Hello students, today we are doing linking and frames in HTML. Starting with the text links, it is being done by using the anchor tags. Anything that is mentioned between the opening and the closing tag becomes the part of the link, and the user can click on that part to reach to the link document. To explain this topic, we will be doing a simple code in which we are using our college website macindia.com. There are two attributes in the anchor tag. First is href and second is target. Starting with the first one, href, which means hypertext reference, it refers to the section of the link document where the document will be linked. So here we are using macindia.com, and explaining the target, we will see the target attribute in the next coming slides. So it will be displayed as it is mentioned in the below presentation. Maharaj Agrasen International College, a link will be displayed, and on clicking it, a new page will be open which which refers to the first page of the college website. Now the second attribute was the target attribute. There are 5 options which can be set in the target attribute. The first one is blank, which specifies that the open document, that is the link document, can be opened in any new window or a new tab. Self means it will be opened within the same frame. Parent, it specifies that the link document will open in the parent frame. Top, it opens the link document in the full body of the window. Target frame, it opens the link document in the target frame, the name of the frame which is being mentioned in the anchor tag. Now moving ahead with the text links, if we talk about that we are working on a website, then again and again, instead of giving the same full path, we use the base path as a reference. So here we are using uh, in base the first page of our college website, that is macindia.com, and this is being mentioned in within the head tag. So it is base reference www.macindia.com, and referring to, we can use it in our body tag where we are mentioning the opening documents in within the anchor tag. So you can see that in the anchor tag we are specifying academics.php target blank. That means it will open the academics page in a new window. Now again, in this linking part, we can set the different colors of the links. The links which are the normal links colors can be set using the link attribute. A link means the active link which are really present, and V link means the links that has been visited by the user. So these different attributes can be set within the body tag of the HTML document. Either the code of the color can be set, or we can set it to the specific color. Like in A-Link, we have set it to the code 54A250, and in the link, we have set it to blue. Image links. Similar to the text links, we have the image links. Now, what does it mean? That an image can be used as a hyperlink. Image can be used as a hyperlink. For this, we need the source from where that image has to be taken. So the first attribute in the anchor is the same, like href, macindia.com, and it is targeting to the self. That means to the same frame. Here in the next one, we are mentioning the link. This is the part where we used to write the link. So the text where we will click, the user will click, and the macindia.com will open up. Now, instead of writing the text, we are mentioning the image. Source, it is logo.jpg, that is the logo of the Mac. and Alt Mac. If by chance we are not able to if by chance the browser is not able to get this logo.hp, the alternative text that will be displayed instead of the image will be Mac, and border is set to 0. So this is the way by which we can even do links using image in HTML document. Now moving ahead to the frames. The browser window is divided into multiple sections, and these multiple sections are called frames. And each of this section can load a separate HTML document. So a browser window can be divided either horizontally or vertically into different frames. Collection of all these frames is called frame set, and when we use the frame set, body tag is not used in the HTML document. So frame set is the tag which defines that how to divide the window into different frames. As I mentioned that the browser window can be divided either into horizontal frames or in vertical frames. So the attributes which are being used for this type of division is rows and columns. Rows attribute defines the horizontal frames. Columns attribute defines the vertical frames. Now each frame is being identified using a frame tag, and it defines the HTML document that will open in that particular frame. This is a simple code in which we are dividing the browser window into 3 frames. As you can see at the end of the head tag, there is no body tag. We are using frame set, and we are using rows attribute of the frame set 30, 50% and 20%. That means there are 3 frames. We are dividing it into row wise horizontally. The first one is 30%. The second one takes the 50% of the screen. Screen means the browser window. And the last takes 20%. Now, this we have mentioned in the frame set. Now, what about the different frames? That is being done using the individual frame tag. So again, for each every frame, we are giving the name and the source of the link document that it will open up. Like in the first, the name is top and the source is baselink.html. In the second one, the name is main and the source is imagelink.html. And in the bottom, in the last one, the name is bottom and the document that is going to open is in the new folder and the name of the document is link.html. And if by chance the browser doesn't support any frame, it will open your browser does not support frame. This will be displayed in the browser window. Now, now you must have got some brief idea of how we divide a browser window into different frames. So moving ahead, we will see the different attributes of frame set. The two main attributes that we saw was rows and columns. We divided the browser window there in 3 parts, 30, 50 and 20%. We use the percentage of it. There are other ways also. There are 4 different ways in which the frames can be divided. So we will see them one by one. The first is the absolute values in the pixels. That means we will use the apps, how many pixels need to be need to be in one particular frame that we need to mention. For example, here we have mentioned 100, 500 and 100. And we are using cols. That means we are dividing it into the browser window into vertical frames. The second way is the percentage, as we did in the previous example. In this we are using 10%, 80% and 10%, making it as fully 100%. Now the third way is the wildcard symbol. In this, to create a 3 vertical frames, we use 10% asterisk 10%. That means the first frame will get 10% of the browser window, the third frame will get 10% of the browser window, and the remaining will be given to the second frame of the window. Now the fourth way of representing the demarcation of the frame width is using the relative widths. That is, for example, we have used here 3 asterisk, 2 asterisk and 1 asterisk. Now what does that mean? That means total is 3 plus 2 plus 1. That means 6. So the window is divided into 6. So the first frame will get 3 by 6. That means if we calculate it, it comes to half of the window. The second will get 2 by 6. That means if we calculate, it will be 1/3. So the second takes the 1/3 of the browser window. And the last one gets 1/6 of the browser window, making it one full whole. In the same way as we did for calls, that is the columns, the same way we can even do it for the rows. Now other attributes which are being used in the frame set are border, which specifies the border of each frame in the pixel. Frame border, if we need the frame 3-dimensional border, then we can use it as 1, which signifies yes, and 0 for no. Now frame spacing, what does it mean? That the amount of space between the frames in a frame set. If we mention it, if we give it as 10, that means 10 pixel spacing will be there between the frames. Now this is the last slide of our presentation, which gives the different attributes which are being used in the frames. The first attribute that we did was source, as we mentioned, as we have seen it in the example, which specifies the file name which is to be loaded. Name, which gives the name of this particular frame. Frame border, as it was in the frame set attribute. 1 means there will be a border for the frame. 0 means there won't be any border for the frame. Margin width and margin height, it specifies the space between the left and the right of the frame borders and the frame content for the margin width. And for the margin height, it specifies the space between the top and the bottom of frame borders and its content. No size, it means that the frame cannot be resized by the user. We can do it by writing the text no size in the no size attribute. And the last one is scrolling. That means whether the user wants to have scroll bars within the frame or not. It can take value yes, no, and auto. Auto means anything. If it is required, the scroll bars will come on its own. Thank you so much.